you are in a relationship with a guy, you are no longer interested, and you want to walk out, what are the actions or what are the things you would do for him to get the message that you are no longer interested in the relationship?
Oja, we are saying for. Unless we do it again. Oh, wait, but yo, okay, so I'll ignore his calls. Even if I miss his calls, I won't bother to return them. When he sends me messages via WhatsApp, mostly I'll just read and ignore. There'll be no replies. And basically, if I even come around to meeting him in town or something, I'll act like I'll pretend not to have even seen him and just, pass somewhere he also pass. But I'm sure in the end, we just end up ghosting him.
So what if he doesn't get the message and he keeps
He doesn't get the message. Oh, definitely, the silent treatment, he'll get the message. It's just going to take time, but he'll get the message.
I'm a straightforward person. I don't hide my emotions and the way I feel about stuff. Even if I'm in a relationship with you and I'm not happy about certain things, I'll come straightforward. This is me, I don't like it, let's talk about it. So if I feel at a point in time the vibe is not there, I don't have feelings for you anymore, I'll just stay away from you. You call me, I won't pick. And then when I pick up, I'll start giving you straightforward answers. And then you will definitely know there's something wrong because I talk a lot. So if you call me and then I select my words, how are you, I'm fine, and that's all. With time, you definitely know that this lady there's something wrong somewhere. So I think that's
I'll give you straight attitude. Start browning you, avoiding your calls, your text messages. If we had a thing of seeing each other, I'll start avoiding you. Basically, that's what I'll do, so that you get the picture.
So what if he keeps coming?
Then I have no choice than to tell you point blank that it's over. We can't do this again.
Without any reason?
I've grown out of love. Which will be difficult, by the way, but then we would have to muster courage some way, somehow to do that.
I am going to give you attitude. Attitude in the sense that I am not going to be picking your calls. And if you keep pushing and pushing, you might get yourself blocked. So yeah, I will avoid you as much as I can. And you're gonna know that I am not interested. So yeah.
So I think we'll take the classical action of not picking his calls as frequently as we used to, and not calling also as frequently as we used to. And then if he does call, I would just say I'll try to keep the conversation as short or as brief as possible to prolong any long talks. And then I guess I wouldn't also reply his messages, try to encourage any form of conversation, conversation that would lead to, talks about our relationship. Because we know that once you're in a relationship with someone, they would like to ask about your day, probably your behavior, how you are behaving. And to prevent all that, we'll just not encourage any form of, I just mean the communication will be cut short. And then I guess I wouldn't be visiting him too, yes, as much as I used to. Because when you're in love, you always want to see the person, you always want to be by the person. But once you are not in love with the person anymore, we'll cut it as short as possible. Avoid any form of, meetings or visitations or, outings or dates. Yes, I guess that should drum into him that I'm not so interested in the relationship anymore. Yes.
I think I'll basically start reducing the number of contact hours I have with the guy. So if we used to talk morning, afternoon, evening, I'll try to reduce the number of times that I talk to him. It wouldn't. I would try and avoid certain calls at certain times of the day. Try like, especially when he calls at night and it's an ungodly hour and you're on phone. The call is waiting. He will get the message. Yeah. Also, I'll get angry at the least thing. I intentionally get angry at the least thing that he said, things that are not meant to trigger me or irritate me. I try and make a mountain out of a molehill. It's, yeah, basically. Yeah.